Cosimo de Medici, also known as Cosimo il Vecchio, 1389 to 1464, was a prominent figure in the history of the Medici family in Renaissance Florence. He played a pivotal role in the rise of the Medici family to power and was a key patron of arts and culture. Cosimo was born into the wealthy Medici family in Florence, Italy. His father, Giovanni di Bicci di Medici, was a successful banker and businessman. Cosimo expanded the family's wealth through astute banking practices and became a prominent banker. The Medici Bank had branches across Europe and played a vital role in international finance. Despite not holding official political positions, Cosimo wielded considerable political influence in Florence. He effectively controlled the city's government and institutions through his wealth and network of supporters. Cosimo was a passionate patron of arts and culture. He supported numerous artists, writers, and scholars: Filippo Brunelleschi, Fra Angelico, Marsilio Ficino, and many more. His patronage helped nurture and flourish the Renaissance in Florence. Cosimo founded the Platonic Academy in Florence, a gathering of scholars who explored the teaching of Plato and other classical philosophers. This intellectual environment enriched Florence's culture and philosophical life. Cosimo often acted as a mediator in political disputes and conflicts within Florence. His diplomatic skills helped maintain stability in the city and avoid conflicts. Cosimo supported various architectural projects in Florence, including the construction of the San Marco Monastery, which featured beautiful frescoes by Fra Angelico. He also financed the renovation of the Medici Palace, transforming it into a grand residence and cultural center. In 1433, Cosimo was briefly exiled from Florence due to political opposition. However, he managed to return to the city within a year, demonstrating his resilience and enduring popularity among the Florentine people. Cosimo de Medici passed away in 1464. His legacy extended beyond his lifetime, as his support for the arts, culture, and education left an indelible mark on Florence and contributed significantly to the city's enduring reputation as a hub of Renaissance innovation. Cosimo de Medici's contribution to the Medici family's wealth and influence, as well as his patronage of the arts and commitment to humanism, helped shape Florence into a vibrant center of creativity and intellectual exploration during his lifetime and for generations to come. The Medici family and Florence have a deep and intertwined history that spans several centuries. The Medici family, one of the most influential and wealthy families of the Italian Renaissance, played a pivotal role in the political, economic, and cultural life of Florence. Here's an overview of the Medici's connection to Florence. The Medici family's rise to prominence began in the 15th century when Cosimo de Medici, also known as Cosimo the Elder, effectively became the de facto ruler of Florence. He was a shrewd politician and banker who used his wealth and influence to support the arts, education, and culture in Florence. Under the Medici family's patronage, Florence became a hub of the Renaissance and art culture. Artists like Sandro Botticelli, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael received commissions and support from the Medici. The family's patronage helped fund numerous masterpieces and cultural advancements. Florence became known as the cradle of the Renaissance due to the Medici's support of humanism, literature, and philosophy. The family established the Platonic Academy, where scholars and philosophers gathered to discuss classical texts and ideas. The Medici family wielded significant political power in Florence. They effectively ruled the city as de facto rulers. Although they maintained the facade of a republic governance, Lorenzo de Medici, known as Lorenzo the Magnificent, was a particularly influential figure in the family's political history. The Medici were successful bankers and merchants, which contributed to their vast wealth. They established the Medici Bank, which had branches throughout Europe, making them one of the most wealthiest families in Europe during their time. The Medici family faced periods of political opposition and exile from Florence, notably during the Pazzi conspiracy in 1478. However, they later returned to power with the help of allies. The Medici family's legacy extends beyond their time in power. Their contributions to the Renaissance and their patronage of the arts continue to influence Florence and the world today. The family produced several popes, including Pope Leo X. The Medici's rule in Florence eventually came to an end in the early 18th century. Their influence waned as other European powers became more dominant, and the family's lasting ruling member died in 1737. The Medici family's impact on Florence and the Renaissance was profound, transforming the city into a cultural and artistic epicenter. The support of the arts, scientists, and humanism left an indelible mark on Florence's history, making it one of the most significant periods in the city's rich cultural heritage.